Of the NFL season kicked off in New England, but the Patriots grounded the Jets 27-14. Drake May threw for 281 yards and a touchdown, but it was Travion Henderson who stole the spotlight, finding the end zone 3 times on Thursday night. The Jets were without the services of Garrett Wilson on Thursday night after the star wideout was placed on the injured reserve. In other injury news, the Texans will be without C.J. Stroud this week after head coach D'Amico Ryans ruled out the Pro Bowl quarterback for Sunday's matchup versus the Titans. Stroud suffered a concussion in Week 9 against the Broncos. And Kyle Shanahan telling NBC Sports Bay Area that Brock Purdy will make his return to the starting lineup this Sunday. The star quarterback has missed the last 6 weeks with a toe injury. This has been NFL Network Now, the Westwood One Radio Network.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at Lowe's.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Well, happy Friday to you, the 14th day of November, 2025. Friday, finally. I don't know about you, but it's been kind of a long week, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it seemed like there were 8 days in the week, Monday through Friday, even with a holiday thrown in. Well, a holiday for some. Okay. Coming up, we've got to look at world and California news headlines. We'll take a look at local news. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff happened yesterday, actually, but we'll tell you about what's happening. And we'll update sports, take a look at some financial news, and we'll keep you up to date on the latest weather. It's constantly being updated as the National Weather Service is adjusting, and we'll let you know, okay? The coast is getting hammered pretty good. We should get some rain, okay? I don't think it will be as bad as what the coast is getting. Okay, we'll wait and see. Will there be snow in the mountains? It's got to get cold to snow, okay? And even when it's cold, it's not going to snow unless there's moisture. It just kind of one of those things. They go hand in hand. Well, the U.S. Mint struck its final penny Wednesday. Yeah, we'll never see another penny from the official U.S. Mint, though I'm sure the Franklin Mint will be offering them on cable channels. Yeah, wishing wells are hit hardest with this, and gumball machines. Yes. Hey, maybe that would be a lucrative business. Yes, retrofitting gumball machines from a penny to a nickel. Oh, wait, they already did that, didn't they? Now they're a quarter. Okay, and let's look back in history. Looking back to 1998, Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra got married in Las Vegas. Rodman's agent questioned whether the marriage was legal, saying that the Chicago Bulls star was drunk at the time. Well, let's put it this way. The marriage lasted a total of 9 days. And I would say it's safe to say Rodman was drunk at the time because, back then, he was drunk all the time. And Sesame Street. Yes, Bert and Ernie, all the folks from Sesame Street. Cookie Monster, Elmo. Yeah. Well, Sesame Street just turned 56 years old. My. You know, before Sesame Street, about the only way you could get kids to learn was from a book. And if you're not familiar, okay, Sesame Street is what we used to shove in front of our kids' faces before iPads were invented. Birthdays today. Let's celebrate our big shot birthdays. Guitarist James Young of Styx, 76. Musician Stephen Bishop, 74. Actor Laura San Giacomo is 64. Actor D.B. Sweeney, 64. Reverend Run of Run DMC, 61. Actor Patrick Warburton, 61. Bass player Brian Yale of Matchbox 20, 57. Actor Josh Duhamel is 53. Drummer Travis Barker of Blink-182 is 50. Actor Brian Ditston is 48. Actor Olga Koryenko, 46. Comedian Vanessa Bayer, 44. Actor Russell Tovey, 44. Actor Corey Michael Smith, 39. Actor Graham Patrick Martin is 34. How about some local birthdays? Got them coming up. The Peanut Patch invites you to be part of the celebration. The Peanut Patch, celebrating 48 years. They'll celebrate Saturday, November 22nd. Stop by the Peanut Patch. There'll be vendors with lots of free samples for everyone. They'll be selling tamales. And, of course, you can do all of your holiday shopping at the Peanut Patch. So many great items, and they're going to be available. Oh, did we mention free samples? Yeah, I think we did. And they'll be selling tamales? I think we mentioned that. And the Peanut Patch will be giving back to the community with a percentage of the profits to Amberley's Place. It's the Peanut Patch. Google the Peanut Patch, get directions, and celebrate 48 years. We have happy birthday wishes for Norma Jean Royer, Anna Rodriguez, Janice Knight, Katie Davis, Angel Ray, Manuel Gonzalez, Archie Islas, Isela Suqua, Christina Yancey, Danielle Torres, Maria Nicole Rosas, J.V. Moreno, Michael Anthony Jaime, Jonathan Quiroz Singh, Anna Angulo, Don Gorham, Eleanor Gonzalez, Elia Flores, Eliza Jade Guzman, Stella Mendoza, Enrique Kiki Guzman, and Karen Brundy and husband Tom Brundy. Celebrate birthdays on the same day. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, coming up, we mentioned news, and in the news, 3 paintings by late TV art instructor Bob Ross sold Tuesday for over $600,000. Yeah, the pre-auction estimate was about $50,000 apiece. Bob Ross, just a little dab here. Clearly, Bob Ross never made any mistakes, only happy accidents. Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we are breathing.
CBS News Brief. A direct U.S. military confrontation may be in the offing in South America. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata from Washington.
As F-35 stealth fighter jets fly missions from a reopened naval base in Puerto Rico and Marines practice beach landings, sources tell CBS News the Pentagon is preparing for military action in Venezuela.
President Trump calling the release of never-before-seen emails from the estate of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein a hoax. Some mention Trump. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of just 4 Republicans who voted for the Justice Department to release all of its files in the case.
It's a very interesting view into a world that most of us have never seen.
A powerful Pacific storm is blasting Southern California with heavy rain and high winds. CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano.
Street flooding, mudslides, rising creeks and rivers from Santa Barbara to Los Angeles down into parts of Orange County. So we're concerned about that through tomorrow.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Search continued overnight for the suspect in a shooting near Laney College in Oakland. The victim, athletic director and football coach John Beam. Police responding to the call early Thursday afternoon.
Officers arrived on scene, located a victim suffering from a gunshot wound. He was immediately transported to a local hospital where he's currently being treated.
Acting Police Chief James Beer, authorities looking through surveillance video and interviewing witnesses. Beam hospitalized in critical condition. Congressional field hearing in Los Angeles on the response to the January wildfires. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson saying they need more information about the fire department's response.
We need whistleblowers. We need people from the community coming forward and telling us what they know.
Johnson joined by Republican Florida Senator Rick Scott, who said those who died in the Palisades fire should not have. Wet weather continuing in much of the state. Evacuation warnings in the Southern California burn scar areas. Justice Department suing to block California's Prop 50 from taking effect. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org. Get real-time information about the air that we are breathing.
This November, Progressive is acknowledging National Homeless Awareness Month. In Michigan, the homeless population has increased nearly every year since 2020. The city of Lansing has found a partial solution. Itty-bitty homes called Mod Pods. Here's city official Kimberly Coleman.
We've purchased 50 Mod Pods that will house about 66 people.
Sponsored by Progressive. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one of the service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. You'll find one at El Centro Motors, another at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and a third at the Imperial Valley Mall. Well, the expected rain is causing some casualties. The Honey Festival postponed. George Gale has more.
It was scheduled for Saturday. Organizers say the event has been postponed. A weather forecast calling for rain caused the Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce to postpone the annual event. They have said the Honey Festival has been rescheduled. It will now be held on January 17th. All activities will remain the same. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, County of Imperial, the Public Administrator's Office, will hold an indigent burial ceremony. According to County Public Administrator Sarah Enns, the program will host the 5th indigent burial ceremony at Terrace Park Cemetery in Holtville on Wednesday the 19th at 10 a.m. Through the indigent burial program, decedents meeting the criteria will be afforded a dignified burial commensurate whether they are indigent or the family is financially unable to pay for the final disposition. To qualify, an application should be submitted through the County Public Administrator's Office. KXO News time is 7:42. Before you hit the road, head into a nearby Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center and say, I want the works. Now we're talking oil change. Using top quality Motorcraft oil. They'll change the oil filter, check the belts and hoses, top off the fluids, check the battery, rotate the tires, and it's all for one low price. You can't beat the service. You can't beat the price. The works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you don't need an appointment, but if you want, schedule one for Quick Lane or their mobile service at elcentromotors.net. It's the music of Shostakovich, the 50th anniversary memoriam. It's a tribute to resilience and music's power beyond words, and it will be performed tomorrow, 7 p.m., at the Jimmy Cannon Theater. Beware, another scam alert. George Gale has that.
Be aware of false invoicing scams. They say there has been an increase in this type of scam. They involve individuals or entities falsely claiming affiliation with Imperial County and requesting payment for services or fees that are not legitimate. Be aware, all emails from county staff will end with @co.imperial.ca.us. Always double check. If you receive an invoice or communication that seems suspicious, do not respond immediately. Contact the county department directly to verify. Anything suspicious should be reported to ic3.gov and or your local police department. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, that's it for page one of the local news. Page one has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations and by Quick Lane's mobile service. It's available. They come to you, and you can schedule a mobile service van going online at elcentromotors.net.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lowe's knows when you're looking for reliability, the right brand makes all the difference. And now, Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retailer for the Whirlpool water treatment line, including their Wi-Fi softener, under-sink filtration system, and more. With Whirlpool's proven performance and our everyday low prices, better tasting, better quality water is within reach. Shop pro-trusted brands like Whirlpool and more, in-store or online. Lowe's, we help, you save.
And it's page two of the local news with weather, all brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma, family-owned, family-operated for over 77 years. Active military, you get a 10% discount. Well, some 17,000 commercial driver's licenses issued in California are being revoked. George Gale has more.
The state of California says the commercial driver's licenses given to immigrants after discovering the expiration dates went past when the drivers were legally allowed to be in the U.S. The announcement follows harsh criticism from the Trump administration, not only about California, but other states as well. The criticism surrounded granting licenses to people in the country illegally. It became a major issue in August when a tractor-trailer driver not authorized to be in the United States made an illegal U-turn and caused a crash in Florida that killed 3 people. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
It's the Mystery Box Cook-Off this evening, presented by the Kiwanis Club of Imperial Valley. The Mystery Box Cook-Off Challenge. It will pit the Corazo Credit Union and Sun Community Federal Credit Union against each other in a cook-off featuring ingredients typically distributed to clients by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. It's a fundraiser, and proceeds benefit the Imperial Valley Food Bank and Kiwanis projects that benefit children in our community. I love a parade. The 12th Annual Imperial County Veterans Day Parade tomorrow It'll kick off with a veterans breakfast, 7:30 in the morning at the American Legion Hall in Holtville. The parade starts at 10 a.m., and it'll be followed by the Holtville Farmers Market and Street Fair. County Public Works has announced road closure. George Gale has that.
Anderholt Road is closed from Heber Road to Highway 98 today from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Motorists are being asked to find an alternate route. Reason for the closure is to allow for road rehabilitation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And the City of Imperial says motorists should be aware today turning lanes on Highway 86 onto 10th Street and 12th Street will be closed. Motorists can expect brief delays along Highway 86, so plan some extra travel time. KXO News Time is 7:49.
I'm not sure which would be worse. Your cooling system going out on a warm August day or your heater not working on some crisp desert winter morning. Well, to be honest with you, I'd prefer neither. So every year about this time, B&H Refrigeration gets called to look over the cooling and heating system. It's a thorough checkup. If it needs to be replaced, they'll do it with an energy-efficient Janitrol Rheem York system. Why don't you give them a call today? Don't want to wake up to a surprise. B&H Refrigeration.
Call 928-782-3854 in Yuma.
The National Weather Service says the unseasonably warm weather will continue through today, with highs in the low to mid-80s this afternoon. The first in a series of 3 weather systems will arrive over the weekend, bringing widespread accumulating rainfall, but little impacts to the valley. Temperatures are expected to cool well below normal by Sunday and last through all of next week. 90 the high in the valley yesterday, 64 the overnight low. Increasing clouds today with a high near 81, west wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming northeast in the afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 66, northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming northeast after midnight, a 40% chance of showers, mainly after 2 a.m. Tomorrow, showers, mainly before 4 p.m. Look for a high temperature near 73, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast. There's an 80% chance of precipitation, with rainfall amounts between a quarter and a half-inch possible. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers before 10 a.m., It then will be sunny with a high near 74. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. 72 degrees, 50% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast at 5 to 8 miles an hour. Air quality is good in the valley except moderate in Calexico. Local news and the weather brought to you by B&H Refrigeration in Yuma. You can call them, find them on the web. Go ahead, BNHREF.com. Nothing less than the best from B&H. Victoria Homes is so sure that the kitchens in the new Cambria 4 are so good, they're chef-worthy. And you're invited to see it for yourself. Monday, Chef Mora and Chef Squid of the 1905 Bar and Grill at Cambria Hotel will be cooking in the new Cambria 4 kitchens, and you're invited to witness the results. Stop by the Victoria Homes Cambria 4 model home at 2317 Page Avenue in Imperial between 3 and 6 p.m. Monday. There are going to be turkey and pie giveaways, charcuterie cups, wine tasting, and you get to watch Chef Mora and Chef Squid show off their skills and put the Cambria kitchen to a test. That's Monday, 3 till 6 at the Cambria Model Home, 2317 Page in Imperial. It's sports time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. NFL Thursday night football. The Patriots beat up on the Jets 27-14, but then everybody beats up on the Jets. Limited NBA action last night. The Raptors rolled. They topped the Cavaliers 126-113. The Suns pounded the Pacers 133-98, and the Hawks hammered the Jazz 132-122.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together. Healthier tomorrow.
And surprise, surprise, surprise. American League Most Valuable Player. Well, Yankees right fielder Aaron Judge for the third time in 4 years. In the National League, it was Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, he got all 30 first-place votes from the baseball writers. 14 people were charged for their roles in a multi-million-dollar illegal sports betting ring that involved college athletes and had links to organized crime, that according to New Jersey authorities. And football, high school football continues. In the Division 5 AA, Mountain Empire will take on Palo Verde Valley. That game tonight in Palo Verde, actually in Blythe. Okay, Palo Verde is in Imperial County, and go another 10, 12 miles north, and then you hit Blythe in Riverside County. Anyway, enough geography. Mountain Empire and Palo Verde tee it up. The winner plays the winner of the Maranatha Christian and Claremont game for the Division 5 AA championship. And the Bishop School Knights will visit Cal Jones Field. And John Driffel and I will be there on AM 1230 and the KXO YouTube channel. The winner, tonight's winner, plays the winner of Madison and University High. And that game, if Central wins, will be at Central. Number 1 seed, they're at home all the way through the championship game. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, your construction site, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Doug McMillan, Walmart's CEO for just over a decade, is retiring next year. McMillan will be succeeded by John Furner on February 1st. Furner is currently the CEO and president of Walmart's U.S. operations, the company's largest business unit. Both executives have been with the company for several decades in various leadership roles. And if you plan to max out your contributions to your 401k or IRA next year, you'll get to save a little more than you could this year. The IRS yesterday announced cost of living adjustments to federal contribution limits for 2026 for key retirement savings vehicles. 401k participants will be allowed to put away up to $24,500 next year, a $1,000 increase from the current limit. The same increase will apply to 403b governmental 457 plans and the federal government's thrift saving plans. So what's shaking on Wall Street? Well, U.S. stocks closed lower yesterday as concerns mounted about expensive tech stocks and a risk-off sentiment spread through markets after new data showed a bleak outlook for the job market. Dow Industrials right now down sharply, over 328 points at 47,126. S&P 500 off 5 points at 67.33. The tech-heavy NASDAQ up 49 points at 22,918. Gold, buy. Yeah, it's a buying opportunity. Gold off $105 an ounce. And oil up $1.52 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their #1 priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
Increasing clouds today with a high near 81, west wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming northeast in the afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 66. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. A 40% chance of showers, mainly after 2 a.m. Tomorrow, we will have an 80% chance of precipitation. Look for a high temperature near 73, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 74, west-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, a 20% chance of showers before 10 a.m. on Sunday. 73 degrees, 48% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast 5 to 7, air quality good in the valley except moderate in Calexico. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Postal Service, the valley's only postal box service that offers 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Flooding and mudslides are the big concern in Southern California as a storm system pounds the state. CBS's Carter Evans in Pacific Palisades, where there were destructive fires earlier this year.
They put some barriers out here to keep the mud and water out of homes, but we're going to need some intense rainfall for that, and it hasn't happened quite yet. It is starting to come down pretty steady right now, but we're now expecting the heaviest rainfall from this storm overnight tonight.
In Northern California, the storm's winds are fueling a major wildfire. President Trump says on social media he'll ask Attorney General Bondi and the Justice Department to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement with Democrats. Earlier, he said Republicans joining the demand for the release of the Epstein files are soft and foolish. Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene on CBS Mornings.
The American people deserve to see transparency from their government. Rich, powerful people should not be protected. That is completely wrong.
Trump is named hundreds of times in Epstein-related documents released by Congress. The leader of a nonpartisan organization says he'll take over the Georgia election interference case against President Trump and others. The DA was removed. Officials in Washington say no decisions have been made yet, but options are on the table for potential military action in Venezuela. Ryan Berg with the Center for Strategic and International Studies.
There are strikes within Venezuela that the president could greenlight, which are purely targets criminal in nature. And then there are targets that are at the heart of what we call the state criminal nexus in Venezuela, which is how the state interacts with some of these criminal organizations. That would be a much higher risk appetite than pure transnational criminal organization type targets.
At least 6 people were killed in a new round of widespread Russian attacks in Ukraine. The BBC's James Landale is in Kyiv.
Over several hours, Russia bombarded the capital with 430 bomber drones and 18 missiles. Most were shot down, but 23 found their target. At one housing block in eastern Kiev, we saw a huge hole in the side of the building in which 4 people were killed by a drone strike.
Police say several people were killed today when a bus plowed into a bus stop in Stockholm, Sweden. Strange sight today in Spain. 3 eggs were thrown at Luis Rubiales, the former soccer federation chief who was convicted of sexual assault for the unsolicited kiss of a woman on the country's national team. Rubiales, who's peddling a new book in Barcelona, says his uncle was behind that egg attack. Wall Street, the Dow is down 300 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and XD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a month in bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
A durable American TV show is about to get a British cousin.
Sky TV will start airing a UK edition of Saturday Night Live next year. Hopes are high in the industry, along with expectations.
Southside's function is to punch up, to speak truth to power, and we all hope it will be given the opportunity to do that.
Comedy writer Jolyon Rubinstein, but TV critic Scott Bryan warns.
I think it all comes down to how can they take the ingredients that have made the US show so successful and tailor them specifically to a UK audience.
With British comedy itself ranging from dry and understated to over-the-top slapstick, at least the show's producers will have a pretty broad palette to choose from. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Doritos and Cheetos are getting a makeover. PepsiCo says it's launching toned-down versions of its bright orange snacks that won't have any artificial colors or flavors. Doritos and Cheetos Simply NKD will hit store shelves next month. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.